another Barbenheimer could happen soon, and this time it will be all about Tom Holland. Barbie and Oppenheimer broke all sorts of box office records in 2023, with the two movies becoming a social media trend due to their overlapping release dates and contrasting themes. Greta Gerwig's Barbie and Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer were both released on July 21, 2023, producing quite an unusual double-feature scenario. With Tom Holland cast in Christopher Nolan's next movie, there looks to be a similar situation happening in 2026. Tom Holland has been the face of Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, headlining 3 solo movies as the iconic character, as well as various appearances in other Marvel movies since 2016. Marvel's Spider-Man 4 has been confirmed, breaking a trend for the character, as Spider-Man has previously only featured, or planned to be, in trilogies. However, Tom Holland's upcoming movies propose an interesting connection that may lead to another event similar to that of 2023's Barbenheimer, as Spider-Man 4 and Christopher Nolan's next movie will be released within days of each other. Tom Holland's Nolan movie and Spider-Man 4 will come out back-to-back. The movies will release within days of each other. Collage of Tom Holland in Spider-Man No Way Home and Christopher Nolan on set. The next Christopher Nolan movie and Spider-Man 4 will both star Tom Holland and will also be released back-to-back. Nolan's next movie has a confirmed July 17, 2026 release date according to an official announcement by Universal Pictures, confirming a trend for Nolan movies releasing in July. The movie's title is currently unknown, as is the story and premise. However, Matt Damon has been cast alongside Tom Holland. With 2 big names attached to the project, Nolan's next movie appears to be following the director's traditions of a star-studded cast and July release, as seen previously in Oppenheimer. Interestingly, MCU's Spider-Man 4 has a similar release date, as Marvel announced that the next Spider-Man movie will release on July 24, 2026. While this does not quite match up to Barbenheimer's same-day release, there are just 7 days between Christopher Nolan's movie and the new Spider-Man, which will cause an overlap in theaters. Furthermore, Nolan has a long history of producing blockbuster movies and Spider-Man has a huge IP that is attached to a wider franchise, meaning that the box office results for July 2026 will be quite impressive with both of these films showing at a similar time. July 2026 will be the biggest month in Tom Holland's career so far. 2026 will also include Avengers: Doomsday. Despite Tom Holland featuring in a wide range of films, July 2026 looks to be the biggest month in his career so far. The actor quickly rose to fame with his MCU success, however, some of Tom Holland's non-Marvel related projects have been lacking. Cherry and the Crowded Room were disliked by critics, and while Uncharted had commercial success, many fans felt it didn't do the game franchise justice. Yet Tom Holland's casting in Christopher Nolan's movie could end this bad streak and provide one of the actor's biggest roles outside the MCU, starring in both a Marvel movie and as one of the leads of Christopher Nolan's next film will mean that Tom Holland will be occupied in the coming years in preparation for both movies' July 2026 release date. Nolan's movie is set to begin filming in early 2025, and Spider-Man 4 will begin production in mid-2025, meaning that projects like Uncharted 2 will most likely be on hold due to Tom Holland's schedule. That is not to mention Avengers: Doomsday, which comes out on May 1, 2026, and will most likely include Spider-Man in some capacity. Will either Nolan's untitled movie or Spider-Man 4 move? The IMAX screens might be an important factor. Cillian Murphy as J. Robert Oppenheimer with money floating around behind him. With both films slated for release in mid-July 2026 causing a possible Barbenheimer-like situation, one must wonder, will either Nolan's untitled movie or Spider-Man 4 move? Considering the director's longtime habit of releasing movies in July, it seems unlikely that Christopher Nolan will change his next movie's release date, especially with the success of Oppenheimer, which released in July 2023. However, the competition between Tom Holland's Spider-Man sequel and Christopher Nolan's new movie is something that both studios might want to avoid. Conversely, there was a similar conflict in 2023 regarding a Marvel and Christopher Nolan movie. Despite being released 2 months later, Oppenheimer overtook Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 at the box office, showcasing an unlikely win against a franchise as big as Marvel. With apparent superhero fatigue still circulating among cinema fans, there is an opportunity for Nolan's next movie to overtake a Marvel movie once again. Yet this might not be enough to move Spider-Man 4's release date due to the character's previous success, so Tom Holland will most likely occupy screens in both movies in July 2026.